Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. Welcome to the channel. My name is Prosek, and I am joined by the ever delightful Sine on hosting duty. It is lovely to have you, my friend.
How are you?
I'm doing fantastically and about to do even better as we see the Legend of Mana with our wonderful runners. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hey, I'm Phonis. I speedrun Legend of Mana.
Hey, I'm Phonis.
I speedrun Legend of Mana. It's a action JRPG from 1999. The remaster came out last year. We have several different storylines that we could speedrun, as well as longer categories that include up to 68 different events. And even the platinum percent category, which I spent a lot of time routing and currently hold the record for. Today we are going to be doing a bingo, which as far as our bingos go, the game can be a little bit complicated since it has a land make system, and a lot of the obtaining lands is based on doing different objectives and events. So we do spend about 15 to 20 minutes looking at the board ahead of time to try and speed run routing the bingo. So I have sort of an idea of what we're going to do, and a lot of things I'm going to try to avoid on here since something like our middle square will take about 2 hours on its own, and I'm trying to respect the marathon and be underestimate. We do have a bid war for hero or heroine, which will close before we even start the run. I think that's about it for now. I'm ready to go when the host is.
Yeah, we are more than ready for you. Ready when you are. So you say you want that bid war counted down for you?
Yep, I gotta select my character before we start the time.
Alright, in which case it is my absolute pleasure to report to you that the current character at the top with $100 is the heroine.
The heroine? I never play as the heroine. She gives me the worst luck. It's bad RNG in this character. Alright, heroine, I'm gonna start with the hammer. This game has a lot of different weapons, which is very fun. I do believe I will be showing off at least 3 of them, if my planning is correct. But we're gonna start with the hammer because I think it gives me the best start. It's the highest strength, and I want to get going a little bit quicker on these early events. All right, so Legend of Mana begins. We have a world map. We can choose almost any section on this world to place to start our adventure. Some of these areas have some innate elements that affect our worlds and our enemy levels and our events and stuff like that. I will be beginning over here, which gives me a little bit of a boost to an event later on. It's gonna lower a boss level by about 1. And I'm gonna count down and start the timer if you're ready.
By all means, good luck to you, my friend.
Thank you. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this game will start off with a little bit of a cutscene that we can skip, and then we're going to get some text giving us some information about the Legend of Mana. This is the land make system. We have an artifact.
Place it anywhere on the map. As we go on and unlock new
anywhere on the map,
you can only place.
As we go on and unlock new lands, you can only place artifacts next to lands where you have completed events, or if it is next to a town. So first we have to have our home. Also, for those who are unaware, the Legend of Mana recently had an anime run begin. We're about 9 episodes deep, regarding one of our main story arcs, the Jumi arc, which is another reason why we're going to avoid some of these bingos, like complete the teardrop crystal, because we don't want to spoil anything for anime watchers. So if we want an idea of the thought process that went through my head when planning this bingo, there are a lot of factors you have to look at. Obtaining artifacts, which you get by completing events. Learning skills and techniques, which are special abilities depending on which weapon you're using, or special movement techniques like lunging and defending, and backflipping and flip kicking, which is all fun, and they require doing a certain amount of fights with other techniques to unlock, which I will explain as they come up. But we are awake in our house. And to begin, we are going to get out of our house. You are going to see me zigzagging a lot. The fastest way to move in this game is to wiggle. I'm going to put spin on and blammo. That's a special technique and a technique and a special technique. We're going to talk to the Sproutling. He's going to give us our first artifact, the color blocks, which is a town. This is how every game will begin. But not every game will continue in the same way because we will be building our world one block at a time. So color blocks is the town of Domina. There are 2 starting events we can do here. We will be doing both of them. It's just a matter of which order we're going to do them. So we're going to get the artifacts for both of them when we go into Domina. So one of the most exhausting things about this game is your thumb dexterity, because we will be wiggling a lot. That is El Azul and Duel. El Azul is very mysterious Jumi. If you watch the anime, you'll see a lot of El Azul. And we're going to begin by entering the bar and being interrupted by Niccolo, who is also going to give us an event shortly. Wiggle past Niccolo. Make sure I don't mess up this dialogue here, because then I can't trigger the event. So just give me a second. Okay. That gets us our first artifact, which is the Jade Egg, which lets us go into the Mekhiv Caverns. The column I am looking at for this bingo is column 4. So we will not be completing a main storyline. We will be completing one of the many side storylines, which will be the penguins. And the penguins in this game are pirates. They have a captain who is a walrus, and I can't wait to see him. In addition to that, we are going to... Oops, I should have... I'm not paying attention to my dialogue. I should do that. Tell him I'm not afraid of the highway. And... we got El Azul to join us, and now we're going to leave El Azul in favor of Niccolo, our merchant rabbit, because he's got some unusual business to attend to. But El Azul's going to try to talk to us and make us stay. As being a JRPG, there's a lot of dialogue, a lot of backstory for all these characters. We don't want to take El Azul with us. Wiggle in here and continue this event. This is pretty standard for speedruns, just doing this to get these artifacts. And will be standard for most bingos as well. It's just a solid standard start to the game. The change is going to come pretty much after the first event, where I'm going to be mixing up the types of techniques I use so I can learn other techniques. And we're going to be not routing towards a main storyline at all. We'll be routing towards the penguin storyline, which is not a speedrun we do. Our speedrun categories are the main storylines as a primary focus. All right, so we're done with Domina. We'll come back a little bit later. But I need to place the wheel here, which I had backwards in my head earlier, but yes, I want to place the wheel here so I can do the highway. So we'll be entering combat here in a second, so we can introduce the way our fighting works in this game. It's kind of like a fighting game. We can do different kind of combos with directional pads and then our power attack or our light attack. We're mostly going to use, right now, a spin attack. So if I position properly, I can spin attack and hit all 3 of these enemies. If I position poorly while spinning, I will dizzy myself and stun lock. And we can see we're getting item drops, which is good because we want to be able to buy a stronger weapon so we can switch to the one-handed sword. See, I got dizzied there. We're going to switch to a one-handed sword a little bit later so we can learn Aya Strike. Position right, we're good. Use a power attack. So we also have something called a power cancel, where if we use a power attack and then press a button that is not mapped to a special technique, one of our triggers, it'll make a little honk noise. This is our first use of a special technique called Blammo. It is an AoE that does pretty sizable damage. But I'll go up to him and listen to the Hawks. That resets our attack animation so we can continue to power attack, which is very, very useful. So if I forward attack, we get a nice lunge. There's a lot of things they don't really teach you in this game, like these combos. Proceed, and like I said, this part is pretty standard. This is what we do for a lot of speedruns, so I know exactly what I'm doing for each of these fights. I had Blammo queued up immediately to take them all out. And we're going to go into our first boss fight of the game. Or I'm going to exit back to the last map. We move a little bit so Niccolo runs faster. These guys want our money. Normally we give them candy. I just clicked money on accident. They don't like it. They're angry. That's not enough money. So they're going to call up their boy the Mantis Ant. So we do a power attack with a jump and we get this nice uppercut. And when they're in the air, they can't really act. So as long as everything goes well, I can kill him without him doing anything. Niccolo used a special technique. He never used a special technique. That was pretty good. All the bosses have their own list of special techniques, and when they use them, they're invincible while they channel. So it's good if they don't do it, because it's slow. Now Niccolo's going to rob us of all of our money. And now I have to think. There's a lot of medallions. I'm going to get a medallion. There's a lot of artifacts I need and events I need to complete in order to complete the penguin events. Most importantly, I need to get the pirate ship. And I need to get all the lands that the pirate ship will take us to. One is the Mekif Caverns, which we already have. So that's good. But I also need to be strong enough to do these fights. And I need to get... so I'm going to be going and getting a new weapon here in a second, which I believe will help out for a little bit. Not for a long time, but it'll make a couple of these areas easier and let me use a slightly better one-handed sword so I can learn that technique I need for a square. This is going to be another dialogue-heavy section, but it's very necessary as it will unlock some other artifacts we need to get the pirates going. So as you can see, I'm focused on the pirate events, the penguin events the most. That's like the biggest factor in this bingo line that I'm planning to do. That being said, there is a pirate event that is failable, and we're just hoping to not do that. If we do fail it, we can reload an autosave, so it's not the end of the world. It doesn't ruin the bingo, but I don't want to have to load the game at all. So I'm just going to hope I don't fail it. I've only ever failed it once, and that's exactly what I would say before I fail it a second time. This event will have a lot of navigating back and forth, a lot of dialogue. So I'm going to try and, let's see, talk about a little bit more of this bingo. So I have, again, I'm working on column 4, obtain the Crimson Glare. That is one of the strongest knives you can get in a drop. The interesting thing about getting weapon drops is there's a drop table for every enemy in the game. It does scale with their level. There is a way to shift the drop table down, and that is by obtaining a pet. There are pets in this game. We're going to do a Monster Coral event to introduce pets, and we'll talk more about the pet system then. But there is a specific pet that will shift the drop table down one. So that is another thing that we have that I'm going to try and route into this on my way to the pirate ship, is getting this very specific pet so that I can get a strong knife and use that for the rest of the game. That being said, knives are probably my least favorite weapon to use. They're a little bit weird, but it's going to be better than anything we can buy, so we're going to run with it. Then we have to defeat a boss with 3 demi-human pets. So typically, when we get to the pets, I just don't have a whole lot to talk about with this event, by the way. So I'm just trying to give some backstory on what we're aiming for. Typically with pets, you have to hatch them out of eggs. Demi-humans have their own personality. They hang out. And also, in order to route demi-humans into the game, we have to make sure our lands have a specific amount of elements on them. I think I'm planning to get the succubus, which takes full shade in the snowfields, which I'll explain once we get to the world map again, if I don't forget. So it's just an insight on some more of the planning and routing that has to go into even something like, especially something like a bingo, which is the reason I developed the bingo, is to, we don't have a randomizer, so this is a way to get us to kind of think of it on our feet, or in that, like I said, 15 to 20 minute window before we run the bingo and try to speed run routing the game. The biggest issue we run into with routing the speedrun categories, at least for me, and also the most fun, is planning out the order and layout of all of these lands and areas we visit, because they all do affect one another and they affect events, and it becomes quite complicated. And again, I mentioned earlier techniques and special techniques that flip kick 20 enemies. Flip kick is a technique, an ability that we will learn that requires us to learn a whole bunch of other abilities and use them in fights. And Aya Strike is a special technique we will learn. That one doesn't take too much. That one actually could have been a free square if I wanted to start with a one-handed sword, but I wanted to start with the hammer just to make that last event you saw, that boss fight, easier. We will switch to a sword soon, though. Alright, so this is a Jumi event. We've been talking to Sproutling. He has a bug in him that's eating out his insides. It's part of the anime. It makes him really itchy. It makes him in a lot of pain. He's just looking for someone to help him. And what just happened is this nun killed our buddy Ruben. Ruben is a Jumi. All Jumis have a gem core in their chest. This storyline is very sad. We're not going to be doing too many Jumi events, but it's a very interesting event. It has the most dialogue, the most content of any of the other storylines. I highly recommend diving into it or just watching the anime to get some insight on that storyline and these characters. This is Detective Boyd. He's our great mouse detective. He's very angry that Sandra just escaped. She is the jewel thief that is stealing gems from all the Jumis. She was disguised as a nun. Oh, I need to talk to Ruben. This is going to bring us back to the temple. We're going to finish up some dialogue with Detective Boyd and help him find the jewel thief, because we believe she's still around here somewhere.
Well, while you
look, I am going to. Oh, look! I clicked the right menu on accident. That's good. I'm going to stop at the shop. There is a shop in town, and I'm going to get that one-handed sword so I can get this over with. I don't think I'll have enough money to buy anything else, so I'll just probably stick with the sword for a while. I have no money right now. I have to sell because Niccolo steals all your money. I don't need anything else. Actually, we got a decent amount of money. Need a sword. I can buy the hammer too. I need to sell one more thing. Let's buy a hammer. Not the sword. We'll sell everything. I'll use the sword just to learn the ability, but then I'll switch to the hammer again, I think. So I need to put on lunge and crouch, which doesn't give me any good way to fight other than my power cancels, so fighting's going to be a little bit slower. But because normally when we do a speed run, we pretty much stick to jump, spin, and our counter attacks. We can skip this fight by hugging this wall. We're only gonna have one fight in this event. I need to do 3 fights with the sword, so I only have power cancels to work with. There we go. There we go. That's one fight. So I'm going to be doing a lot of counting in my head. Because I need to do a certain amount of fights with each technique and each weapon to learn everything to make these bingos happen. We're going to wiggle our way to the end of this event. I think this is going to be the longest single event that we do. Maybe, maybe not. Definitely the most dialogue heavy event we're going to do in this bingo, if what I have in my head is correct. This wraps it up. Sandra is going to escape with the Jumi core. Detective Boyd's not happy about it. But our Sproutling doesn't hurt anymore. His tummy's better. Yay! Yay, Sproutling. Boyd doesn't care about him. What am I going to do next? Next. I am going to come back here real quick, right? I think I'm going to come back here because I think I can get move on our way to getting the pet we need. But first, let me just place Torch of Coral. So as far as the artifacts go, you see that plate on the bottom right corner? You can only hold up to 4 at a time. So I do need to place extra ones that I may not have thought about. So I'm going to place that now. The only exception is for... There are some where you can place... There are some artifacts you only get from specific events. So when that happens, they can overflow your plate a little bit and you can hold extra artifacts. I'm not counting on that happening. So I'm going to place that extra one that I forgot I would get. We're going to go back into Gato. Niccolo should be in here, and he's going to allow us to get to our target pet a little bit earlier than we normally would. This is Niccolo's business unusual 2. He wants to go collect some green balls from the waterfall, so we're going to go do that. This will take a second. Here we are. Just going to leave and re-enter to get this going. We'll stand right here. We're going to wait for Niccolo to appear about 5 times right next to me. And then a fairy should show up on the log. That's 3, 4, and it should just be 1 more, and then we'll get the fairy. Oop, I'm too early. If you're on the log, the fairy won't show up. We're picking green balls. This is going to end the event. That was a quick one.
Well, if you have a few moments.
Okay, good. Need the broken bell. So now we're going to go unlock the monster corral, which means we can get pets. Pets are allies that we can bring with us to do combat. All right, so like I was talking about earlier, at the bottom of the screen, you see all these wheels with the icons above them. Those are all of our elements. Placing lands next to other lands influences those, and those influence the types of demi-human pets you can find, the types of the weaknesses and strengths of monsters. It'll level them up or lower their level depending on their weakness and strength. It affects some events being available at all. So it's very important when you're placing the artifacts to keep that in mind. Here's our monster egg. Duel's hanging out. It's a beast type egg. This is our tutorial to monster catching. In order to catch a monster, you have to either follow it until it falls asleep from behind, because if you're in front of it, it'll run away from you, or place produce and have it eat it. And when it eats it, it'll fall asleep. So I'm going to place that and then kind of scare him back over to it. He's going to eat the produce. I caught the egg. Now, in order to catch any eggs, we had to do that event. So that's why we did that right now, because we're going to go work on catching some more eggs in a minute. And unlocking a really fun pet, my favorite pet, the Polterbox. This barn is at our house, so we'll be visiting it back in a little bit to get our Polterbox.
While you're questing
on the world
for
map,
eggs, do you
when
mind if I
you
read a
travel
couple of things?
between lands, the days of the week go by. The days of the week are named after the spirits. In order to hatch an egg or grow produce, you need to pass a certain amount of days. We will not be growing produce in this. I don't have any events on here for probably my first bingo ever. Except for, actually the only square on here that requires produce is painting a golem. And I don't think we're going to do that. Oh, and harvesting a whale amato. But yeah, we shouldn't have to do those. So we're not going to bother with growing produce. But we will go to the junkyard. And in the junkyard, we're going to meet some toys. This guy. He's not happy that we're here. So the junkyard is a maze. If you go the wrong ways, you'll reach dead ends and the map will kind of... It'll give the impression that the map's changing. If you talk to this Jack-in-the-Box, he'll give you hints as to how to proceed. I know how to get through here. There are a bunch of toys that will talk to you and give you tips or try to lead you astray. It's a pretty neat little area, but if you know how to get through it, it's pretty straightforward. I hate not having spin. It makes fighting slow. But we have a lot of things to learn, which means we can't use spin. Come on in. This map's actually very short if you know where you're going. Ooh, this boss fight's actually gonna suck. I did not think about this boss fight. This boss fight upcoming is usually a very quick one, where you just use a special technique that does AoE to everyone. And I just learned Eye Strike, which is a bingo square, which means I don't need lunge anymore. Actually, I'm gonna put spin on and go to this hammer, and I put blammo back on. This should make this boss fight fine. I forgot that I would learn Eye Strike after that fight, which helps a lot. I don't need to use the one-handed sword anymore, so we're gonna go back to the hammer. Our first square, we learned Eye Strike. I'm not gonna use it. Maybe I'll use it a little bit later just to show it, but I just needed to switch to blammo to make our life easier for this fight. Because then we can one-shot the whole thing, pick up some money. Tome of Magic and Moon's Mirror. Moon's Mirror is the one I'm going for here. That's the important one. Tome of Magic, I'll throw down somewhere just to get it off my board. But we're not gonna enter Gato unless we want to do some duels. But I don't think we do. There's dual black. Nope, there's dual 3 NPCs on here, but I don't think we're gonna need to do that. So let's just drop it. I can't place the Moon's Mirror yet, because placing that's where I need to place. The Moon's Mirror artifact has the enemy I need that drops the Crimson Glare weapon. I need that enemy to be at least level 16. Enemy levels scale with the order you place them, and the distance from home, as well as their strength and weakness. So I need that enemy to be at least level 16. I need to go back here, because I'm going to get a pet. That's right. I need to get the Polterbox, so that I can get the Crimson Glare. So get the Polterbox. We're going to... I don't want spin. I need jump back, huh? We'll do jump. I'm already losing track of what I'm doing as far as my technique learning, because I've changed from my original thought process, but it's fine. We'll get there. There's enough fights to get there. I'm hitting the wrong button. So the junkyard holds the oddity egg or the poltergeist egg, whatever they call the egg in the remaster. They changed the name of some of the things. There are 4 pets we can get from this egg. The only issue is I don't have a lot of produce. These eggs are vegetarians. They only eat fruit, so catching them is not going to be easy. So this part could take a little bit. They have a chance to show up here, so we're just going to exit and re-enter until we get the eggs.
Well, if you got a few moments.
Okay. I was worried.
On. Do you have a few moments?
I did not think this through about not having produce. But it's fine, because you can catch eggs without produce. You just have to be patient. Now, the best way to know that I got the right egg, though, is to catch enough to fill up my coral. Or my corral. So I can see their stats and determine if I have the polter box. Which means I'm going to catch at least 5 of these in hoping that I get the right egg. So if we have anything else that you'd like to talk about, any donations or anything, feel free to chime in. We're just going to be catching eggs for a little while.
This is Zenith here. Can you hear me?
I'm lucky that he didn't fall asleep after eating.
Fascinating.
Okay. Doesn't take too long, but the good news is I didn't unlock the spirit catching minigame. So that the only thing I can get here is eggs. Spirit catching is very slow to exit. You have to like decline playing music for them because obviously they're attracted to music. And it's just very slow. So it is quicker that I don't have to deal with those because those would pop up pretty frequently and would easily double the amount of time I spend here doing this. But catching the right pet is pivotal, because otherwise I can't get that item drop. Ah, he saw me. Son of a... Come on. Take a nap. Oh, what is he doing? Everything work? Nope, I only have meat. They don't eat meat. I gotta stay behind him, but he doesn't have a face. He's like, this is the hardest egg to like see. Which way they're facing. This is the RNG part of the game. This and produce. Can you fall asleep, please? Thank you. That was a nightmare. That's 3. I catch 2 more and I can see which pets I have and hopefully I have the right ones. Or the right one. I only need 1. Walking, because if you run, it's very easy to frighten them. If they frighten, they don't go to sleep. Stop it. It's much harder to catch them without food. But this is the earliest I could catch it, and I want it as soon as possible. Because I have to give it time to hatch. Dude. Dude. Turn around. I need to see you. Okay. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be friends. I'm gonna stand right next to you. You're never gonna see me. You're gonna go take a nap. Take a nap, little egg. Don't go in a corner. This thing's trolling me. And this is why I looked at my board earlier and gave myself some time to plan. Because something like this can ruin everything. Oh, there he is. He's sleeping. Woo! Alright, one more. One more egg. Hopefully we already have the polter box and we can move on. If we can move on, we can get things going. Sweet. The bingo does take a little bit to get going in this game. I feel like I need to be quiet, otherwise I'm going to scare the egg. Come on. You're going to be a friend. You're going to be very nice. He's looking up. Can't go up. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Yay. Alright. So now I'm going to sell a different pet. This one has 68 HP, which... Three of them are the right pet, so which obviously means you wasted time, but it's much faster to just catch 5 than it is to hatch and prey. That's what I want to do for platinum percent, is just hatch and prey. But we got it, so we're gonna get out of here. Oh, sorry about that, everyone. Egg catching at its finest. What do we gotta do now? Now I gotta get that item. And that item is going to make fights a lot easier because it is going to be very powerful. The only caveat is the fact that it's going to be on a knife, which, again, knives are not the best weapon. They're fast, but they have an interesting animation that makes doing something like these power cancels a lot harder to time. So they're just not my favorite. Alright, we learned high jump. High jump is what we need high jump. I need to go up here. Let's think. I should be good. Crouch, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'm good on crouch. I need to do something. I can't place the Moon's Mirror yet. I need to go here. I need to do Lost Princess. We're gonna do one more event before we go for the sword. Because I need to place the Moon's Mirror in a specific spot. Actually, I could have done it the other way around. Whatever. I could have done it a different way. And I could have done this event quicker. Yeah, I'm done. Definitely not optimal what I'm doing now. I think I can take off crouch after this fight. If I take off crouch, I can put on retreat. Alright, bat. Alright, bat. Alright, bat. But I need... No. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna go with retreat. I don't know where retreat is. Alright, it's called backstep. And high jump. Alright, so enemies can drop money and experience. That's these gems. They can drop items, which come in bags. They can drop candy, which heals you. Experience and money is the slowest to pick up because it kind of scatters everywhere. So it's unfortunate, but it levels you up, which is, you know, leveling up's nice, right? Even though weapons matters way more than stats in this. But the good news about leveling up now is I'm leveling up while using the hammer, and leveling up using different weapons levels up your stat differently, and leveling up while using the hammer levels up your strength, which is nice. So we're gonna fight a boss named Ink. He's a big bunny rabbit. Don't know why my jump cancel didn't work. That's because it's not hitting the wrong button. That's why. That's why. So this is an SD. When he starts blinking, he becomes invincible. I can also use a SD or a special technique during his, which makes me invincible. So I just use that instead of taking the hit. And now he's going to use another one. So the blinking bar under my health, which I'm totally pointing to like you can see me, is my ST bar. Once that's full, I can use my special technique. Alright, so earlier at the bar, at the very beginning of the game, Elazul came to us looking for his friend, Pearl. That's what we just did. We found Pearl. We just found Pearl without bringing Elazul with us, because we abandoned Elazul earlier. The comms are trying to talk to me, sorry. I can't hear anybody.
The real question is, can you hear us now?
I might not be getting audio from Discord. Correct. Why is that? Hello?
Hello?
My headset turned off. How you guys doing?
Nice to have you in the room, Phonis.
I don't know why my headset turned off as you guys were talking. That's weird.
That should be a bingo right there.
I was wondering
Everyone
why
mark
nobody
your
had anything
calendars.
to say, so I just kept yapping.
No, fair enough. You carried the thread. All right, Snake, take it away.
Yeah, so we've been trying to say something. We definitely want to talk about the Hollow Knight bingo that's coming up. We have an incentive bid war for that. You can either have... I'm sorry, give me a second because I wasn't ready. We can either have Valentin either not be able to heal at all during the entire game, so no healing, or they have 2 less HP. Now, in Hollow Knight, you start with 5 hits and then you die. If you have 2 less, that means that you only have 3 HP. That's 3 hits, and then you die. So it's either 3 hits and die, or 5 hits, but you cannot heal after taking a hit. So pick your poison, chat. Go for it. Those are both at $0, so just $1 on either of those bid wars will make that happen.
I'd also like to highlight the Hollow Knight Defeat Watcher Knights and Markoth only damaged with charms incentive for that same run, I believe. So be sure to get your money in there as well, and in doing so you might get some fabulous prizes.
Yeah, I mean, talking about the prizes that we have here, I mean, I know I'm excited for the Team 17 Grand Prize. That's Bet Toro Lost Haven, Bravery and Greed, Huckle Life, Honey I Joined a Cult, The Night Witch, Marauders, Serpent Rogue, Ship of Fools, Sunday Gold, Sweet Transit, The Mazia, and The Unliving. That is a huge prize that if you donate up to $30 during the entire marathon. So you can do this $5 at a time. You can say, I want to put $5 here, put $5 there, and then as long as you get up to 30, that puts you in for that drawing. It also puts you in for the drawing for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which is a digital download that you can grab on your Nintendo Switch. That would also put you in for the smaller Team 17 prize packs, 5 games each on those. And I believe if you get up to $30, you would be able to get a Bingothon mug. You could either get the festive version or the regular version or the winter version. There's also the Bingothon zip hoodie. Total donations of $25 will put you in for the hoodie. So yeah, we have so many cool things, and not to mention Ty, the Tasmanian Tiger 2, Bush Rescue, Steam code. So yeah, I mean, $30 gets you in for just about everything.
Yeah, and as Sin said, we do not have to take that all at once. If you want to give us 30 donations of $1 each saying, haha, the host smells, then hey, I'll be angry, but I won't be mad. Alright, take it back, Fo. Good to speak to you finally.
Sorry about that. I definitely queued you guys up for that earlier, and then I heard nothing. I should have realized my headset was off. Alright, we're finally hatching our eggs, which I forgot about a second ago, so I had to leave my event and come and get them. And our Polterbox. It's a mimic. It's a treasure chest. He's awesome. He will boost our loot drop table, which, if In order to do that, you need to activate your something called a synchro, which is done by killing enemies while the ally is close to you. Up at the top of the screen, you'll see our health bars, and when they're connected by a bolt of lightning, that means your synchro is currently active. So we're going to be doing the Tower of Lyris, which is could be a bit of a maze. Again, if you don't know your way around some of these maps, they're pretty difficult to manage. That being said, this one, when you know it, is extremely easy. You just go across the screen a lot until you get to a warp, and then you go left, and then you do it again. And you repeat until you get to the end. I hate not having spin, but I should probably just put spin on because I'll get enough fights for everything else later. So I might just do that. But then I just have to keep track more of of my count of fights. So Pearl. I guess we are doing more dreamy stuff than I planned on. These are the Dane Slates. This is the enemy I need to synchro kill. They can drop a very powerful knife, which is also one of our bingo squares, but I just got killed by them. You can be revived. It's very slow. If the mimic dies, I can just continue. There's no penalty for losing. You just have to restart the fight pretty much. Yep, that happened. I'm gonna just go ahead and put spin on. It'll make my life easier. Oop, it's on the wrong button. And these Dane Slates are not high enough level. Shoot. I don't know what Dane Slates are strong against. So it means I can't even get the item drop. Alright, that's bad. That's very bad. I got an item drop, which could be a good weapon, but that's bad. They're level 15. I need them to be level 16. I got a Brave Blade. We're gonna run with the Brave Blade. It's gonna make our life easier, but it's not the item we need for the bingo, so we're gonna have to adapt to that later. I guess my math was wrong, huh? Remember we were talking about math earlier? Now I'm gonna have to make sure my headset stays on as well.
Yes, indeed, we're still here, don't worry.
I'm gonna spin. Brave Blade like doubled my power, which is nice. But it's just not... Oh man, that's bad. And this is why even taking time to plan, it's not easy. Can't account for everything. Like me being bad at math, oh, I guess I teleported twice. Let's do it a third time. I wonder if when I place the next artifact, if it will level up the Dane Slate here. I don't have time to check what this enemy's strength is. It should have one. Level 13? No, these things are just not the level I was hoping they were. One level off. I'm gonna just go through my very messy Google Sheets here while I play and see if I can figure out a way to make that enemy stronger. While I spin on bats. This is making me very happy. I'm playing the PS5 version instead of the PC so I can keep my window active. Alright. Oh, I don't have a special technique. Double level up. We adapt, we adapt, we adapt, we adapt. Dance Slave. Weak. Strong against with Shade and Aura. Shade and Aura. I don't know if that adds Aura. I don't know if I have anything to add Shade. Except Underworld. Ooh, I can do this. I can do this. We're gonna have to do an extra event. But I think I can do this. Hell yeah. We're good. I'm gonna do an extra event that I didn't plan to do. But it's a fun one. We get to meet some interesting characters. And I think it'll let us solve my my issue with my underleveled swords. Which my backup swords would have me do this event anyway, and as well as another event and a half. So this is better. This is good. And I'm pretty sure I went the right way and didn't get lost while figuring that out, which is even better. We're good. We're good. This game can be pretty complicated, but we're good. We're good. I just need to unlock the underworld. Alright, Elzo was waiting for us up there. He couldn't open the door to the Room of Fate where Pearl is. Wow, Elzo just moved very quickly. That was weird. Pearl's not waking up. And then an Iron Centaur appears out of the ground, because why not? I don't have a special technique equipped to counter his special technique with, so I'm just gonna walk away and not get hit by that, because I don't want to die again. Alright, Iron Centaur is down. Couple levels. That's good. That's good. I should be done with having retreat equipped? Question mark. And I think I just need to put high jump back on. So most boss fights give 4 points towards learning techniques and abilities. The Iron Centaur is one of them. Retreat, I needed 12 points on 11, 12. 12. I needed 12. I think I should be at 12. So I think I'm good with that. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, I had high jump on. All right, I should be good with high jump for sure. Backstep is retreat. Let's put on a special technique. Rise and Crush and Windsweeper. That way we have an AoE as well. We have to get back down the tower. There is a shortcut here. You just jump down. Fortunately, having pets for cutscenes like that, they move very slowly, and it just adds another actor that we need to wait for. So they're not fast to have, but for something like Bingo or Platinum %, they are absolutely required. The only main storyline we use pets for is Dragon. They are required for that as well for one event. And we use a demi-human, which we will get a demi-human in this as well. To replace our Polterbox once we have the weapon. I got dizzy. We will replace our Polterbox with a very interesting pet. But I will need to come back into this tower after I finish this. and do an extra event so I can strengthen the sword and hopefully get it to level 16. I don't know why it's level 15. I don't know why my math was way off, but I think I can fix it without adding too much time. Out of here. Nope. So, in order to not dizzy yourself with a spin, you have to be just outside of the hitboxes while spinning. It's a very subtle positioning that's very easy to mess up, and then you get dizzy. But we have another boss fight in this event. Sandra's going to show up. She's looking to steal Pearl's core. And she's going to summon a Jewel Beast to try and defeat us. Jewel Beast is a very reoccurring boss in the Jumi arc, who may make an appearance in the anime as a Jumi feature. He keeps moving a lot. Stop, buddy. Just let me. Oh, okay. All right. I'm just gonna die again. This is interesting. I swear I know how to play this game. Pearl just dies so we can set this fight over. Takes way too long to revive. Oh no. Remember when I told you nothing would go wrong earlier? Pearl, if you die now, when I'm that close to reviving, you're the worst. You're the worst. That's troll. Hold the box, walk very slowly. Dizzy's in there. The spins can also dizzy the enemy, which I should utilize more on that boss earlier. Not having jumping quick made that very hard. I learned back roll. Good. Back roll is learned. I need to equip back roll. And I should be able to learn back flip. And with back flip and back roll, I can learn flip kick. And I can work towards flip kicking 20 enemies. And then I can use abilities that I am more comfortable with for the rest of the game. After this, we need to get another artifact to increase the difficulty of the swords, so we can hopefully get this weapon drop. That gave me the Frozen Heart, and that gave me the Pirate's Hook. So we can finally start doing pirate events soon as well. We are going to do all of the pirate events pretty much back to back. But we're getting closer to that. Our main goal of pirates. Speaking of, we're going to go ahead and place... I cannot place the Pirate's Hook where I was going to. I can place it here. It's fine. I don't want to place the Frozen Heart yet because I don't know how it's going to affect... I don't know how it affects land level next to it, and I need to place it next to the level I need to increase. So to be safe, I'm just going to do an extra event. We're going to go to Lumina. Lumina is a nice little town. We're gonna go to the lamp shop to visit a friend of ours, Monique. So we will have another dialogue-heavy event here. She has a struggling lamp business because she sells to a very small town, and most people have lighting in their homes. But Gilbert, he is our centaur bard who is very much in love with Monique. He will stop at nothing to help her succeed. And by that I mean he's going to have us help. He needs us to go sell some lamps. Oh, Monique. Now, who are we going to sell lamps to? These dud bears. But they speak their own language, so first we need to talk to the bartender who is very familiar with the language of dud bear. So we're going to learn to speak it. Dub, dubba, boo boo, boo boo, da, ba, dada, dubba, baba, dada, gak. That's pretty much all you need to know about dud bear. So now we're going to sell them lamps. By speaking dud. Dub. Dub. Ba ba da dub. Dub dub da. Ba dub. Dub dub. Dub. Da 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 da. Dub! I'm glad I get to do this event. I originally wasn't going to, but it's a good backup. Dud. Dud. Dub! Da 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 da. Alright, we sold all the lamps. In the most coherent way possible. And
I think you're not alone in enjoying being on this run if you have a moment.
Yeah.
We have had a $50 donation from Modern Day Neat, who says, "My son Leon likes to watch bingos as a replacement for speedruns, so he asked me to donate as he likes Legend of Mana.
Awesome.
Good luck getting through this run, Phonis, and thanks for explaining the game enough to motivate a Christmas purchase. Respectfully, thanks for having me spend my money."
Thank you very much.
Thank you indeed. Yes, that's
awesome.
Absolutely fantastic.
I'm very
Anyway,
happy
back
to
to
hear
you. Have absolute fun.
Alright. So Monique is a siren, so of course she's singing right now. And we're wrapping up the event. I got distracted by that awesome donation. Thank you again very much. Essentially, speaking to these dub bears and selling lamps is everything we need to do to make that sword enemy stronger, the Dane Slave. I think. I'm pretty sure that I know this will unlock the underworld as it does. And that should power up the Dane Slave at least one more level, so I can get the Crimson Glare weapon and get that bingo square. If it does not, my backup to that will take a lot longer, and I'll deal with it later. But I feel good about it. I think getting one more shade level will be everything I need. Yeah, I sure hope I'm explaining the game well enough to people who are unfamiliar with it, but there's just so much. And there's so much I'm not even going to do and not even going to touch. It's wild. It's a very complicated game for a game that was released in '99. If I put the Trembling Spoon here, I believe I can get the Crimson Glare now. Underworld should up shade, and a shade should make Dane Slave stronger. Tower Lyris has max shade now. So we're gonna go back in here. Dane Slave should be like 2 fights in. Shouldn't take us too long. Oh, I need to put back roll on, don't I? Back roll. Thanks for remembering me. Oops. Forgot to attack during spin. So you can do spins without attacking, and they're just dizzy. Oh, alright, so when I get that cloud and noise above my head, that means all my controls get flipped. That's a nice, fun, confuse ability to deal with. Alright. Moment of truth. Did I fix this? No. Son of a... Well. Does Frozen Heart give aura? No way to find out. Where are my Legend of Mana people at? I need to make Gain Slate stronger, but I already have max shade. Dane's Life should get stronger from aura. I don't know if Frozen Heart gives aura. But he also gets weaker from something, but I'm just going to place the Frozen Heart. Which one? I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to think. And try to make sure I don't mess this up. Aura. Aura. Okay, we're gonna place the Frozen Heart. Frozen Heart is full shade, which is good. No, Aura Undying. This should... That may have been what I was missing. That may have been part of my calculation earlier. We're gonna try again. Because I don't want to do dragon stuff if I don't have to. Come on, I don't want to be dizzy. My controls are backwards. I can't. Boulder box kill. No, that did nothing. Alright. Not ideal. We're gonna come back to this and hopefully I can solve it later. If not, I'll apologize. Oh, boy. I don't know where we're wrong. Wisp, Dryad, Jin. Spirit of Gold. Oh yeah, it's gold. I'm dumb. Neither one of these give gold. So we'll deal with that later. But for now, we need to do some more stuff. So let's go get this one done. The Gorgonai. Geo and Ulkin. Yeah, well, I already have Geo and Ulkin down, so I think I need to go to the Bone Fortress. That's alright, thank you. Is that Lemur? Yeah, that's Lemur. Lemur has most of the world records for this game. Very, very skilled Legend of Mana player, but I'll take all his time soon, don't worry. If I can learn how to get aura. Good news is we have a good weapon, so I can blitz through some of these events. Better news is I have backflip now. But I do need to keep back roll. just gonna give it a spin for a little bit. I should only need to do about 3 fights and learn flip kick. And then I'm in business. But as we've learned, my math's not always right, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll adapt. So, this is Tote. He's a very wise tortoise, one of the 6 wisdoms in the game. He's going to reveal fairies for us. Oh, this is also one of the pirate events. Sorry, I didn't even mention it when we saw them. All the penguins and the walrus. The walrus is the captain pirate. Whoa. I forgot my abilities. I tried to spin. The walrus is the captain pirate. All the other pirates are penguins. So this is our first time working with pirates. We will see them quite a bit, as I do plan on doing every pirate event. Hopefully within the next 50 minutes or so. But I have to do extra events for this weapon, so I'm just gonna put the weapon in my back pocket for now. And hopefully we can do it. Hopefully we get to it before you guys cut me off. The pirate doesn't like being mean, and the pirate captain. So the penguins here are telling him that he's got to talk to them with a stern voice and threaten their lives to get work done. So they told him to threaten him, and he did it, and he didn't feel good about it. He said, "I will kill you." And then the penguins pretended to be scared and ran off, but they weren't afraid. They're not afraid of their captain. It's a problem. Alright, we learned flip kick. Flip kick has been our target for this entire run when it comes to managing our abilities. We hit flip kick, we need to... we're going to kill 20 enemies with flip kick. I don't have a way to keep track of it other than counting. Keep me honest. Flip kick attack. And I just need to flip kick, right? 200 enemies? Alright, I just need to hit them. I don't need to kill them. That's one enemy that we have flip kicked. The fairy says to sacrifice yourselves, and then turns our captain into stone. Oh my, this is worse than I thought. Alright, I'm just gonna jump off the cliff and follow. I'm using a two-handed weapon for this boss fight, which is not ideal. A little slow. I planned on using the knife, but I messed up. I should have placed Geo later. I could have held Geo. I didn't realize. I thought my levels were good though. But I was wrong. Unlucky. Should have placed Geo later.
You done goofed.
But I placed it just to get it out. Off my board. Do and the only real thing I can do is the first underworld event will unlock another area with that enemy, and if I do it later... Oh, is my game just freeze? Okay, I've never had it just lock up like that. If I do it later, the enemy should be strong enough, so we're gonna just hope. That's a flip kick. focus to not drop my combo here. So I can keep this enemy staggered. He teleported, that's not ideal. And he's using an ST. Alright. It's a slow boss, but we're not gonna die. Did he turn my polter box into stone? That was rude. Alright, that's the Gorgonite. Now we face the real dilemma at Lake Kilma, and that's how do we get this turtle back up to the top of the cliff? So naturally, we stand penguins on top of their heads. But that's a little steep. Our turtle friend, he can't climb that. So we're gonna have to try again. That's a much better slope. He can get up that, but it doesn't get to the top of the cliff. I'm sorry, Toad. You're gonna have to stay down here. I have so many things to do, and I don't know. Oh, I guess I could have got the succubus, but whatever. We'll do another pirate event. We're gonna go to the beach. I guess it's not really a pirate event, but we'll see some more penguins. These penguins are in love, and they're having a baby. There are crabs around this map. If you smash every single crab, that baby will move into your home with the mama. It's adorable. We have to smash 20 crabs in order to trigger a penguin event, so I will be making sure to crush crabs. That's 5, 6, 7. Alright, that should be every crab in this room. There are 32 crabs throughout the game. I need a flip kick. Flip kick. That should be 4 flip kick enemies. The sooner I get the flip kick done, the sooner I don't have to think about it. It's 5. Six. 7. We're gonna have more crabs. I want to do my best to try and do every single crab because it's fun. 8 flip kicks. Ooh, I got both of them with 1 kick? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We're just counting now. Crab. I forgot this was a crab room. Alright, so far we've crushed every single crab. So this event also has a crab boss, which is the only time you can miss a crab and still smash 32 crabs, because that boss will count. So technically I can miss 1 crab if I wanted to do all of them. Again, I don't need to smash all of them for this. That is not on this bingo board, but it's always fun to try. That should be 13 enemies, this will be 14. It's weird that it does it. It automatically does a heavy attack after my flip. Oh, okay. So I'll do 15. I guess it's because I'm hitting the heavy attack. I forgot, I don't need to hit a button when I flip kick. That makes my life easier. I'm treating it like other abilities where you have to combo it with a power attack in order for it to work. This is the hardest room to smash crabs in my opinion. We missed 1 crab, which means I'm going to stick around and get the achievement by crushing 32 crabs. Let's go! You can miss one because the Full Metal Hagger, who you'll see in some other mana games, counts as a crab. And we're gonna flip kick him into power cancels. Alright. Gonna lose his eye, he's gonna jump up. Oop, I did not time that right. I got stunned. Flip kick kill? Flip kick kill. Alright, let's go. After this, what am I gonna do? I have to do Mind Your Own Business. I have to do Drowned Dreams to get Mind Your Own Business. So I guess I'm gonna do Drowned Dreams. I have to do Can't Look Back to get my... I should do Can't Look Back. I can do Drowned Dreams and then Can't Look Back. And then we're going to drop off the Polterbox and we'll pick them up again later. Okay. I have to flip kick 4 more enemies. I believe. I gotta talk to this crab. You stepped on 32 crabs. Are you the transcendental one? Get the rusty anchor. That's Popota Harbor, which lets me do Drowned Dreams and get the bottled spirit. Wait, did that have aura on it? Am I trolling? Does Popota Harbor give aura too? No, it doesn't. I'm just gonna say it doesn't, because I already put it down, so it doesn't. There's a ghost. Yeah, I'll help. I'll help you with your ghost problem. Alright, so this is another non-combat event. There is a ghost in the harbor. There's a shop up there, but we have a stronger weapon than any shop's gonna give us. We're gonna go talk to this soldier, Toma, the Imperial soldier. Ask him about the ghost. He doesn't know. He's unsure. We're gonna go back to the hotel and we will see an Inspector Boyd. Once again, our mouse detective. We gotta talk to Basketfish. He doesn't like us beggars. He's too rich. He rents out the whole dance hall. They hate him here. He's the only customer though, so business is business. We'll take his dirty money. Inspector Boyd. Just talk to him 4 times. 5 times. Tell him we suspect him as well. He respects us. Nope, that's wrong. The soldier. The soldier has... Well, we don't know what color eyes he has. But we're looking for someone with blue eyes, because we're looking for Sandra. Yeah, there's Gilbert from earlier. He's hanging out at the cafe. Our centaur bard friend. A basketfish. He's up to no good. Alright, get me out of here. See Boyd, the soldier, and Basketfish having a discussion in the dance hall in a second, and we will wrap up this event. And we're just doing this so we can get access to the mines, because we need that to trigger some pirate events. Nice quick one, gets us what we need. Apparently running right brought me back to the lobby. Good hitbox. Oh boy, I need 2. Dude can't look back. We're gonna drop off the polter box at home. Dude can't look back. And get our demi-human. Bring the demi-human for the next 3 boss fights. Do all the pirate stuff. And then start the dragon storyline and hopefully get the Crimson Glare. And that should do the last 4 bingo squares. I have a plan. Can I do that in 40 minutes? We're gonna find out. But we have a plan. I have a new plan. I have a backup plan to my original plan. But I have not crunched the numbers, and even though I did, my number crunching was wrong before. Okay, we're gonna place the mines next to home to try and make the boss as weak as possible, but it's only gonna do so much. Ooh, I do need to sell a pet. Aha, I almost forgot. Alright, I'm going to drop off Boulder Box and I'm going to sell an extra pet. Big brain working here today. If we don't sell a pet, the demi-human will not come with us. You need to have space in your corral. Corral. We're going to sell our beast egg, our rabbite. We don't need them. My, how cute. If you don't like your pets, this lady will just buy them. You just breed and sell. Get rid of that. I should turn encounters off. That should be a thing I'm allowed to do. We're gonna go to the snowfields. In the snowfields, we have to do this event. Once you complete the event, the demi-human will show up. Talk to this guy. He is a teacher at Geo. He's here with his students. And he's just walking through terrain. Interesting. I wish I could do that. We need a few more flip kicks. Okay. I must not have picked something up. You gotta wait for it to disappear if you don't pick it up. Alright. Done flip kicking, which means I can put jump on. Oops, that's not right. Jump and spin. I'm not gonna need counter strike like I normally do, so I'm not even gonna worry about learning it. But I also don't need to worry about flip kicking anymore, so here we go. We can actually fight the way that we normally fight. I don't think I need counter strike for any bosses. Not beating the game. And I already fought the bosses that would utilize it the most. this point, it's a bit of a test on if I remember how to do this event. You only do this event in all events when you speedrun. I'm pretty sure I know how to do it. Oh, and platinum percent. Pretty sure I know my way around. But it's not a common one that we touch. And there are 68 events in this game, so knowing them all for bingo is pretty beneficial. All right, we made it to the camp. He's trying to get the students to pack up and leave. We got to get out of here, get back to school, get back to Geo. Geo is a beautiful city that is a pain to navigate. Its streets, anyway. Mr. Mafianze. Alright, now we gotta run back. Forget what I have things bound to. Oh, it feels good to spin. I almost went the wrong way. Oh, I can get the succubus now? I thought I had to complete this event. Well, I'm gonna finish it since I'm here. Alright, there's our demi-human. We need to beat bosses with her anyway. I thought I had to beat the event to even get her. I'm learning something. This is Alicia. She is a succubus. She will be our demi-human friend who is going to join us for at least the next 3 boss fights before we bring Polterbox back. But we don't need Polterbox until much later now, since we messed up our leveling. But we will get our first demi-human boss fight done soon. Oh, befriending Alicia is also a square on the bingo board, so let's check that off. I knew there was something on there that I was going to get. Come on, position. Alicia will drain health from enemies, but she's only level 1 right now. She has a very small health bar, so it's not going to do her very good. She won't be the most helpful ally, but she's cool. Field of Lost Guilt. This is where we fight another bunny boss. Not do Ink, not do Kate, do Mir. I can't remember his name for a second. Do Mir. Again, normally when we fight this boss, it's in all events or platinum percent, and in those runs we unlock the blacksmith, which lets us forge weapons. So we use very strong, powerful weapons, and we kill this boss in like 2 to 3 hits. And the blacksmith is just not something I'm going to need for this bingo, so it's another one of the many features we unfortunately will not see. And the smithing in this game is probably the most convoluted system that I will never understand fully, but luckily there's a lot of people in the community who do, so we can smith effectively. I need to do mind your own business. Speaking of blacksmith, let's just keep it going. This is a pretty straight shot. I'm going to do mind your own business, and then we're going into all the pirate events back to back to back. We're going to lock up the 3 demi-human fights, and then I'm going to try and figure out my Crimson Glare issue. I should have all the requirements for the Pirates events after I do this. pirate ship events are very interesting. You have to navigate the ship through waters by telling the pirate which direction to steer. I don't know how people are supposed to figure out how to get everything without just, or get to these events without just blindly traveling. Luckily, I don't have to do that because we know where we're going.
So, do you have a few moments?
Oh, absolutely.
I just wanted to quickly remind chat what we're raising money for. I mean, already we've raised $1,080. That's amazing. Ooh. And that's going to Fred Hutch. It's the home of the HIV Vaccine Trials Network, the world's largest publicly funded international collaboration conducting clinical trials of HIV vaccines and treatments. So every single dollar that gets raised is going towards that. So keep it up, chat. We can definitely get more than that. And we still have some nice prizes and incentives that you can go towards. We have the Hollow Knight randomizer, Blackout Bingo area randomizer coming up here in just a moment. And you can still put a bid war on that, where the runners either have less HP, so they'll either have only 3 hits before dying, or they cannot heal at all. So be sure to donate. That's still at $0 per of those bid wars. So go grab that if you want to snipe it.
Absolutely, and on the note of the things you can bid for, we mentioned earlier the prizes, so we may as well give a very big thank you to Team 17 for sponsoring Bingothon Winter 2022. And for their continuous support within the past few events. They're providing us with fantastic bundle prizes to get you people at home, you, Dave, to donate and give us all the support you can. It's very much appreciated. Thank you to them, thank you to you, and thank you to Bo. Take it away.
Alright, this is a very annoying boss. It's basically an auto-scroller. An auto-scroller that can one-shot you if you're not paying attention. He did start off with a special ability, which is the worst-case scenario. And he's going to go ahead and do another one, because the red hand here, all he does is use special abilities. So if you don't quickly stagger him, he will ruin your day. That being said, once he uses a special ability on the ground, he does kill himself. He self-destructs. But it's a bit of an auto-scroller because we have to wait for the hands to spawn every time we kill them. And that's why we want to lower the level of the mines as much as possible. To lower their health bar. Otherwise, it takes even longer because you have to kill more hands the more health bar he has. And I am not getting quick kills on the red hand, but it's okay. We just let him kill himself. The most important thing here is that I don't die. Because the only worse thing than an auto-scrolling boss is starting it over. Make sure I'm far enough away from that red hand when he self-destructs, because that ability does a lot of damage. Sometimes allies will mess with you and knock enemies away from you and make your life harder, like this succubus is doing. Oh, alright, we still didn't get him. I'm going to use an ST so I don't get hit by that self-destruct because I did not get far enough away from it. And one more hand, I believe, should do it. Not dying to this boss is good. We like just successfully beating this boss is good. Oh, one more hand. Jeez. Yeah, this guy has a lot of health. Oh no, that was it. Alright. We're good. We're good. Mind your business is good. Now we will re-enter the mines just to trigger a pirate event. With the most renowned dub bear of them all, Mr. Putty. Well, it's more of a treasure digger event, but it's required to get another pirate event going. Oh, I need to enter the pirate ship first, otherwise I can't trigger it. Oh man. Good thing I didn't try to do that. That would have wasted a lot of time. We're gonna enter and exit the pirate ship first. Which means I might as well just do an event there. I can do the Nordic snowfields. I think I'm going to try and do the Nordic Snowfield Pirate event. That should be fine. I don't think there's an order that matters as far as which order I do them in. So let's get in the pirate ship. And go for the snowfield. And that was our second boss with a demi-human friend. So one more boss and we're good. Oh yeah, this way. So like I was saying earlier, we have to go here and talk to Ram Tiger and tell them which way to go. For the Nordic Snowfields, we want to go west, and then west, and then south, and then tell them to keep going and go south and east, or not. Alright, I guess that didn't trigger. Why? Oh my goodness. Why did that not work? Maybe I do have to do other events first. I just lied to everyone. I normally do them in a set order, but I just assumed I could do them in a different way. It's fine. We just ran into a fight. We're just gonna leave. And do it in the order I'm used to doing it. I might have to do Quiet Sea first. That would make sense. Wait, I told him I liked it. You gotta tell him you don't like his bow and he'll just kick you off. Alright, but we did have to enter and exit in order to trigger this event anyway, so here we go. Take the Dub Bear Express, he'll come bring us down to the basement. Where we'll get a cutscene. There's the most renowned. The pirates are kidnapping the Digger's hero, the Dub Bear, Putty. So we'll help them find Putty. You there! You're responsible. Find his graciousness, Lord Putty. Alright. I saw who took him. No, we're just gonna exit the mines and go back to the pirate ship. That's not where I want to go. I want to go this way. Got 2 more fights and we're out of here. Really annoyed that the Nordic Snowfield event didn't trigger from that. I've had problems with it before. I don't remember why. Alright, we're out of the mines. Go back to the pirate ship where we're gonna do the Quiet Sea and get our 3rd demi-human boss fight done. Alright. Yes. Had to think. I have to talk to this guy again. We're gonna sail southeast east. Shiver me timbers, the wind stopped blowing. Alright, we triggered that event. That's good. Oh. Alright, what did you fish up? Penguin fished up a bottle. Inside the bottle, it's a ghost! Classic case of ghost in a bottle. He likes this shit. He'll stay. Let's stay. Get out of here. Go talk to. I'm gonna talk to the captain, see what he has to say about this ghost. Just wandering the halls. Be a real man. This is one of the reasons mail is faster in all events. Because the pirate corrects him that I am a lady. Nope, that's wrong. There's a pretty girl here. Alright, he gives me the bottle, which advances this quest, but if I go further into the basement, there's something else for us here. There is something else. Another barrel. It's Putty! I told you we'd find him. We'll rescue you from these dirty scoundrel pirates. Wow, Succubus just took all that experience. That's a nice fast collect though, I respect it. Alright, get out of here. Okay. Where's your hitbox, boss? Again, this is another boss that we only fight in the events where we forge. So you mostly kill him in about one hit. So we're gonna see some abilities we don't normally see. Like any ability. But I did land an ST that stunned him, which is very good. Which means I should be able to just finish him off in the corner. Nobody puts Gova in a corner except me. And that'll give us that square for our third boss while having a demi-human ally. Now, had I done the calculations right earlier and actually got the Crimson Glare weapon drop, we would only be about 3 events away from being done. But since I was off by 1 level, it complicates things. Alright. His graciousness is being returned. His followers are very pleased that we helped find Putty. We found you! Dubbers, you may cry now. And that's that. Just had to go bring him back from the shore. Now back to our pirate ship. Where we're going to do an event that is technically failable, and we're not going to talk about that. Northeast. We don't need the succubus anymore, but we don't need anything else, so I'm not going to waste time bringing it back. What's that I see? The captain wants to see you. The captain hears there's a treasure map in the Mekiv Caverns. And as a pirate, he wants that treasure. So these big purple things, we haven't seen them before, but they are boinks. They're basically fast travels within areas that unlock once you complete an event there. So we're going to take this boink, because it'll bring us right to the next cutscene for this event that we need. If I'm about to fail this event, I will have to quickly close the game and reload the autosave. I'm not planning on failing this event. I've failed it once, and I don't want to fail it a second time. So yeah, we're just going to focus on this. We have to catch all the dub bears to retrieve the treasure map. You'll see shortly why. There's the full treasure map. Perfect, right? We're done. Dub. Remember dub? We all know how to speak dub. Dub. This is what we would call a very gack moment. Gack is displeasure. We don't like it. Gack, gack, gack. When they tear this map into pieces. Now, for some reason, talking to these dub bears is like they just say no. I don't know why. I hate it. But we got our first piece of the map. Each room you only get a certain amount of time to get it before Roger will come and just end the event. So I'm gonna focus on not messing this up. Okay, first room's good. Oh my god, please. What is going on? Thank you. Oh, we were running out of time for sure. Alright, this next room has 3 bears and the least amount of time. more bear. Please be nice. Alright, we're good. No failing. That's stressful. It doesn't look stressful, but I'll tell you, it's stressful. We only had about 10 seconds to get each bear. I think the time does reset a little bit there, but if we didn't get that last bear pretty quickly there, then we'd be in trouble. And there are 2 more pirate events. I'm gonna save the Snowfield one for last, since for some reason it didn't trigger before, I guess. I don't know. Very confused by that. But this one will be northwest to west. I'm gonna try and fix this. Because buried treasure didn't trigger. Okay, I got us to the Nordic Snowfield one. This is the one I tried to do last time. Maybe it's in this order specifically. I got us there. Whew. Navigating a map that you can't see. It's very fun. Especially when you go the wrong direction. And you're also trying to... There are some squares on the map that have random encounters. So I'm also avoiding those, but I don't know where those are. But I did good. I'm happy. Alright, we're back in the snowfields. This time we're here just to deal with some fairy business. But the pirates don't like fairies. For good reason. Fairies are kind of jerks. That was not worth it. So these fairies are all different levels, and when they cast a spell on you, they let you see other fairies. Oops. So I need to do these in the right order so I can see the final fairy. Which is a level 7 fairy. There's no boss on this event, so it's just regular fights and fairies. Dragons. Took a weird path because I don't know. Weird. Fight with 2 tonsils and 2 sea dragons. That crystal disappeared. There are 2 fairies here, and one of them's the right one. Not you, this one. Now, if you get to the last fairy and talk to the wrong one, it resets your fairy level. So that's where we have to be very careful, so we don't have to start over.
If you have a few moments.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have an anonymous $31 donation that says, looking forward to a whole weekend of awesome runs, hashtag house and cow. And if you're not familiar with that reference, it is a reference from an older Bingothon. We'll link up the tweet here in chat in just a moment so that if you're not familiar, you can go watch it.
House of Cow?
House in Cow.
House in Cow. Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out.
I think I am as well, because I'm lost.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but I'm intrigued. Come on. It's really annoying when these fairies all group up and you lose track of the one you actually want to talk to. Succubus, can you do something over there? Alicia? No. Okay. I did get the right one. Alright, we have one more fairy to talk to. As long as we don't talk to the wrong one. Yeah. Got confused, making sure I'm going the right way. I'm not gonna get juggled by these zombies. We're just gonna win slasher them and move on. So, oh, there's another fight. Elrond should be the leftmost fairy. If they group up and I lose track of it, I can just leave the room and come back in. If I talk to the wrong fairy, I can either load an autosave, which would be faster, or do the whole thing over. Should be you. Alright, we're good. They did not do weird, funky things to confuse me, so we're good. Now, there's one more pirate event, or penguin event. Penguin, pirate, the synonymous. And that is buried treasure, which I tried to go to, and it didn't work.
So just out of curiosity, it looks like you have 2 bingo goals left. How much
Yes.
longer do you think it's going to take to get those bingo goals?
So, if my drop was correct earlier, it would be a couple minutes. I would be wrapping it up. But since that was wrong, I would have to throw in an extra 2 pretty quick events, and it could be another... I would hate to give you a wrong time, but maybe after this event, another 10, 12 minutes. I know I'm probably going over at this point, but I will at least get this one done. If this event doesn't trigger, you can just cut me, because I messed something up. It didn't trigger. I don't know. Why didn't this trigger?
Rip. Rip.
These things happen, don't worry about it.
I don't know. Yeah, just at this point. What did
Yeah,
I
you are at
miss?
about 2 hours and 1 minute right now. So, I mean,
Yeah. Since this
we are
event
looking
didn't
at...
trigger, just rip me.
Well, I mean, it was an awesome run. I mean, I love the Legend of Mana and the Mana series. This was really cool to watch and to see, like, all the different intricacies that can go into the bingo. And unfortunately, the card you got was a not a fun card.
I did the wrong directions.
Oh. Well, we are trying to see if we're going to be switching. But keep playing. Keep playing, we'll let you know.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah, tell you what, when you mark that goal off, we'll say you definitely got it earlier. And that's the thing. Yeah.
Oh god. Man, I gave him the wrong directions. That's why this doesn't work. I need to leave. Alright, yeah, I'll just keep going until you're ready to cut me. Sounds good to me. I'm going to leave the pirate ship and re-enter and actually give the right directions to trigger this event. And then we can just pretend like those Dane slaves were level 16 and instead of level 15, which would have given me the item drop to finish the bingo. And I don't know how I butchered that, and it feels bad. The backup for that would add a couple of events that are not too long, but since I'm already over, I don't want to drag that out even more. I was going north-northwest. I need to go west-west-north. No, that still didn't work. Alright, whatever. I don't... What the heck? Huh. Yeah, I guess pirates just... They got me. I definitely meet all the requirements for this event. Well, you know what? I'll go work towards the other square until you guys boot me.
I think the official cutoff will be at 2 hours and 10 minutes. You are currently at 2 hours and 4 minutes and about 30 seconds.
Oh, we got time to go to the underworld. That being said, I have a bingo race coming up in a couple days. If you guys, if anyone wants to follow and hopefully see this go right, with 2 other people playing, somebody will get a bingo.
Always the hope.
So if you are interested in seeing more of the game, because like I said, there's so much more to this that I haven't gotten to show, like produce planting, creating golems, doing music, another 40 plus events that we haven't even touched. I'm about to go do one of the main storyline events that we haven't even gone near. So there's so much more content in this game. Not even, especially forging as well. Like there's infinite combinations of forging, and the forging is so intricate. And one of the people that is in the bingo race is one of the most knowledgeable in the community when it comes to forging. So he'll be able to talk your ear off about how that all works, which will be very great. So if you do shoot a follow and want to see 3 people doing a bingo for Legend of Mana, and see, we're gonna try and all go for different lines on it too. We won't have an estimate, so we can take all day if we have to. It'll be interesting. It'll be very different routes than what you saw today, very different from what we see from each other, and that'll be fun. So that's my plug for Legend of Mana Bingo.
Well, don't stop plugging while you're at it. Why don't you tell us where people can find you on your socials?
Yeah, I can be found at Twitch. Phonis should be listed on here, right? Yeah, or that's my name on here. Twitch.tv/Phonis. On Twitter, it is Phonis with an underscore. On YouTube, it is my real name, Anthony Serafano, where you will see, and on speedrun.com, it is Phonis as well. So that's where you can watch. If you got 10 hours to spare, you can watch my Platinum % world record, which is a lot of fun, as well as other runs. And yeah, shout out to the Legend of Mana community. Shout out to Elevated and Lemur, who I know I saw in the chat earlier today. Lemur's the world record holder, and I learned a lot from watching his VODs. Elevated is hosting our race on Sunday, which is super exciting. Also shout outs to Monocle Unicorn, who helped me route the Platinum %, which gave me the incentive to make this bingo, and Mecca, who is our just forging savant, who helps so much in those longer categories, make sure we have strong enough weapons to smash the game with. As well as everyone else in the community. There's a lot of other runners and good people out there. would help if I'm going the right way. And, you know, talking about playing this makes it really easy to go the wrong way. Like I continue to do. But I only have a few minutes, so it's fine. We're just going to traverse the underworld for the rest of this time. Yeah. Well, we're also, before that bingo race, we're doing a fairy percent speedrun race with the same people. So, again, if you follow me on Twitch, I will go live when that happens, and you can check out those races. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm running in circles right now because I lost track of what door I need to enter, so we're good. I think I've entered that room like 4 times. A lot of these maps, like I said, are made. Oh, there's Rubens. He died earlier. And now he's in hell. Everyone goes to hell. Alright. Here. And then. Or not. You go here. I found it. I found the door. And I hope I did a good enough job explaining this game throughout, while trying to not make the mistakes that I definitely made. And I hope it was entertaining. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was definitely a pleasure having you. Like I said, this was a lot of fun to watch and to kind of see how the game worked. Definitely want to see more of the Mana series in bingo format. So yeah, definitely go follow Phonis over at all the things that he was talking about, and yeah.
Yeah, this is a relatively new bingo. Like I said, I just kind of put it together over this past summer, and I did make it at like the highest difficulty tier possible, since it includes everything in the game. I'm more than happy to make a beginner-friendly type of bingo. That can like be done in under an hour type of thing. But yeah, at this rate, they take a while to get going, as JRPGs go. Usually, I can find a line that's like an hour and a half. I ran into some complications, as we saw. But here we are. And the full clear bingo took me over 7 hours, so we're not doing that.
We'll be right back after a few messages from our sponsors. Hang out for I believe it's Hollow Knight coming up next.
Yes, indeed. It is Hollow Knight Blackout Bingo with Gundam and Valentin. So please don't go anywhere. Look forward to that. It's going to be fantastic, I am sure. Thank you, Phonis. Sorry about the run, but such is life.
Thank you.
With that, we will be back in a moment. see less hit points or no healing. These are the two options. The bid war is still live, so you have chances to get in, and even $1 can hit the balance. If you want to see people unable to heal or have permanently 3 hit points, that will be, well, either option is good and fun to make the run and stuff, which is what we're all doing. It's all in good fun. So, you want to see something? I'm sure it happens. We'll be back in a minute.
What's the most challenging or the most engaging part? Is it routing, execution, or is it anything else?
Most difficult, obviously right away, is doing the routing, because with how we've done it, we've given ourselves about anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes to look over the card and route. and then you start. And so for those first few minutes, that's the most intense thing is, okay, where am I going to have to go in order to complete a triple bingo? And you try to look through, okay, I would need to complete 20 levels in order to complete this triple bingo here. Or, ooh, here's a different route that only completes 18 levels. And so sometimes it's looking at how many levels we need to complete. Sometimes it's looking at what we need to complete in those levels. Sometimes doing 20 levels is going to be better than 18 because maybe one of those 18 is doing something that's really, really long, specifically doing 10 mini kit goals. And so some of those can get really long. Yeah, there is the aspect of routing to it, but knowing what's in your route and how long it's going to take you to do that is another really difficult thing to actually know when routing.